Hey, listen, you can call me anything. Just don't call me late to lunch. Actually, it's a funny story how things started. I don't mind being called Dan or anything, but I was once asked why I had Dannel on the back of my chair that somebody had ordered for me. Quite frankly, I don't know how it got to be Dannel on the back of the chair, but I explained it was my name. It's great to be with all of you here. I just had an impressive, just a few minutes to spend with some of the competitors today, and it renews one's faith in our possibility here in Connecticut and in the United States when you meet people who have put together the kinds of projects and research behind them that are so clearly represented in just the few people I met. The idea that 540 people have competed in this competition, that they have been guided and mentored by great faculties and teachers at some of our high schools, that they've been also mentored by their parents and grandparents, uncles and aunts who want to see them be successful is very impressive indeed. But I want to go back to this concept of hope because we live in a world where if you believe every headline that you read, you would think that our best days are behind us and that we're not capable of greatness again. That simply could not be further from the truth. I mean, after all, behind that curtain back there, I met several people who are working on water purification and removal of toxins from water. One of the great challenges in the world today, the ability to do that in a cost-effective way. I met a young lady who's working on a vaccination with respect to the growth of breast cancers and the spreading and metastasizing thereof. Met other folks working on the energy issue. One with respect to a design for the creation of power without turbine, and another one which I found very interesting with respect to the use of effluent in a processes to generate energy and, by the way, dispose of the effluent at the same time. You know, these are interesting, and by the way, every one of the ones that actually one guy scared me a little bit. He worked exclusively in math, and that being one of my great weaknesses, no, it was pretty impressive as well. But I want to go back to this thing, this idea that our best days are behind us and that we as a nation or a state can't create anything new is simply wrong. And in the repeating of that story, in the repeating of that belief, we do great damage to ourselves. And the damage that we potentially do is if we believe we're not capable of greatness, then the institutions that we rely on to produce that greatness may be themselves weakened. And the most important institution that we rely on are our educational institutions and the people who work in them, the faculty and the staff members, and most importantly, the teachers themselves. We need to build up the celebration of what we can accomplish as a great society, a great civil society. We need to build up and reinforce our belief that all people are capable of greatness, but that amongst us some are called upon to do even greater things, to purify our environment, to create cures for diseases, to make sure that our world's society has quality food and water to consume, to get us off of our overdependence on foreign and polluting energy sources. These are some of the great questions which the world must resolve in the next generation. And we must understand that we have people in our midst who are capable of contributing to those solutions. Now, I was told just a few minutes ago that no governor has come to this event in the last 63 years, and I'm kind of blown away by that. This invitation came across my desk, and I simply thought that on a Saturday I had to be there. This is actually the first second youth event I'm doing of the day. The other one was in the Capitol, having to do with mock state government. We need to make sure that young people understand that we understand how important they are and how they will be called upon to contribute. And the idea that this event has been going on for 63 years, that we've had national and international winners, that we've had a MacArthur Genius Award recipient win this award in the past. These are great and powerful messages that we need to spread, not just with the people who are working in the sciences, but in the social sciences, in any field of endeavor, including literature or even political science. We need to celebrate greatness when we see it. We need to encourage the development of the mind. We need to celebrate this sense of accomplishment and build upon it. And then also in this state, we need to recognize that in our very midst, we have the people who could guarantee full employment in our state, who could build up the great corporations already created or not yet created, and make sure that we could be successful and produce jobs in this state. One of the things that we've taken our eye off the ball on is Connecticut's ability. I mean, after all, we were the storehouse for the Revolutionary War. We supplied disproportionately the goods necessary to win the Civil War. We led the Industrial Revolution. We were leaders in scientific invention. Flight today would not be what it is today without the state of Connecticut. And all of those things and so many more have contributed to this state being the wealthiest, or at least one of the wealthiest states in the nation. And we can do it again. And we can do it with the young people who go to our educational institutions, pre-K through 12, 4 years of college, multiple years of study of a specialized profession. We have that within us. And therefore, I wanted to be with you to celebrate your success. Congratulations to all of you.